asking us to make an NPV profile and find the IRR. So I'm gonna write down all the information that we have. So I have the cost is equal to 64,000, and then we're having payments of 18,200. We don't know what our IRR is. We don't know our net present value, and those are the ones we're looking for. And they're giving us R or I, which is at 10%. Oh my god. Okay, 10%, 13%, and 15%. Okay, so making an NPV profile is very hectic in my opinion. It takes a long time. So instead of doing it for every single percentage, starting from 0 all the way to 20 or whatever as the problem suggests, I'm going to find the IRR first so that we know where it's going to be changing from positive to negative, and we just construct the NPV around that. So like I said, I'm using a graphing calculator. I think it's pretty easy on here. So if you have one, I suggest you use that one because I don't know how to do one on the financial calculator, just the graphing. So you're going to go to apps and go to finance, and you're going to click number 8, which is the one for IRR. And it's going to look like that. So on that one, it's going to be your negative cost, comma, bracket, and then you're going to put all of your payments. And that takes a while, but it works, and I don't know any other way that it works all the time. So IRR parentheses negative 64. Don't put, I mean, that's, I'm just gonna write it as it's gonna come out in the calculator. So it's negative 64,000. Then you're gonna put a comma, which is very important, and then you're gonna put the 18,200, comma 18,200, comma. So you're gonna put 18,200 5 times, which is why I said it's a little time consuming. And then end bracket and parentheses. And that should give you 13.0087. So this is going to be your IRR. 13.0087 or 13%. Oh my god. Okay, 13%. So to make your NPV profile, I'm just going to do the ones for 0.1, 0.11, 0.12, 0.13, 0.14, and 0.15 instead of all of the other numbers. And technically they're only asking for 0.1, 0.13, and 0.15. So if that's what you want to do, you can. I'm going to write down the formula again that I used for NPV. Again, I'm going to be going to the financial calculator, going on apps, finance. This time I'm going to click 7, which is the NPV, and it's going to look like this. And for that one, the formula technically is NPV I or R, comma, negative cost, comma, weird parentheses, bracket, and then your payments. So it's the same thing as the IRR, it's just that now you're having your I or your R at the beginning of it. So when I'm going to do the one for 0.10, so it's going to look like NPV, comma, 10, because you do it by percentages. I made the mistake of doing 0.1. It gives you a really weird number, so make sure you're using the percentage number. So it's 10, comma, negative 64,000, comma, bracket, 18,200, comma 18,200. Yeah, make sure your commas are there, and always double check that you're doing the right amount of payments, and your brackets. So it's all about format on the calculator. Because if you forget a comma or you add a zero or anything, it will mess up everything. So that should give you 4,992.31. So that's your NPV for 0.10 or 10%. So and you're gonna do this same formula for all of them. I'm just gonna write down what I got because I'm not gonna do that same thing on a computer all these times. It already took me enough time on the calculator. So, and you can just click, like, highlight the steps or the formula you had just on calculator, and it'll show up again, and you can edit it so you don't have to type every single payment 5 times or however many times that you're gonna do this. You can just highlight it and change the 0.1 to 0.111. Okay. So yeah. 1.606.93, 13.61. As you can see, the numbers are getting smaller. And here at 14, it's negative 1.517. So this just tells you that somewhere between 0.13 and 0.14%, on our graph, it would have gone from positive to negative, which is why it's 13.0087. That's where it changes. But if you didn't do your IRR, then you'll be able to see it here, which is, I'm assuming, the reason why they're asking us to do it. So that's it. So these are all of your NPVs. So now you have your NPV for 10%, 13%, and 15%, which is what it asked us for. And its IRR, which is 13%, or about 13%, which again just tells you when it goes from positive to a negative number, which you can visually see here.